Hey, what's going on everyone? Hawks21 here, back with another Splinterlands video. So I'm going to try out something new in this video. I'm going to start doing once a week sort of a top 3 to 5 battles that I've had over the course of that past week. This first test one is just going to be 3 battles, and why I want to do this is I want to be able to talk about multiple strategies specifically in depth. So when I'm playing live, which I'm still going to do, which I've started doing more, it's a little hard to talk through everything because you're playing the battle, you're seeing how it goes, and then you're immediately jumping into the next one. Well, I want to isolate a handful of battles so I can really dig into them and talk about them. And talk about what I saw, why I played it the way I played it, and what I would do differently. So this is going to be the first test run today. We're going to have 3 battles, all highlighting different things, all highlighting either unique strategies, fun strategies, maybe very specific ways to play a certain combination of rule sets. These are supposed to be educational. I think we can all learn from these, and I'm excited to start doing more and more of this. So without further ado, I am Hawks21. I cover Splinterlands here on the channel. If you are new, it would be awesome if you could take a second to like and subscribe. That big red button under the video there. Go ahead, you want to press it. I'll wait. All right, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Welcome to the channel, happy to have you. Okay, so starting off, we have a matchup against Sinister, also known as Tails. So what did we see here? Well, this is a rule set match. This is a big one. You got to think through the rule sets. So most important two are target practice and back to basics. So in back to basics, you generally know you aren't getting melee anywhere except for the first position. You're going to get archery, you're going to get magic. Normally it's magic because you don't have to worry about shield. But what makes this particularly interesting is target practice. So every monster that could attack from the back position is going to hit your snipe position, which if you're new to the game and you don't know, your snipe position is the first card in the back row that doesn't have a melee attack. So for here, my snipe position is my kelp. This is position number 1, melee attack. Position number 2, melee attack. Here we have the kelp. So right now exactly where everything's going to be funneled. And it's easy to prepare for that. So look how I prepared for that. Look how Tails prepared for that. I put an 11 mana monster, or 11 health monster, 9 health plus the 2 from Plausibilis. I then followed it up with a 1 mana, 6 health monster, 26 mana. So we didn't have a ton of mana to work with, but still for 1 mana, getting 6 health here. I then followed it up with 9 mana. So I put 3 cards here that could soak up a ton of damage. And I expected him to do the same. And that's what he did. 2 mana, 7 health. Got 12, got 8. So this is going to be tough to get through. And he knows that. That's why he set it up. I know that. That's why I set this up. So how do you do something your opponent isn't expecting, even with a limiting rule set up like this? And for me, that's to not attack the snipe position. And the only way, there's 2 ways to not attack the snipe position. You could go with Yasik and have scattershot everywhere, but that doesn't accomplish much for you. And that doesn't accomplish much for you because, again, they're going to put a ton of high health backline monsters out there. So it would actually hurt you because you'd be spreading out your damage across a bunch of high health monsters. Instead of focusing fire on one location, you could hit here once, here once, here once, and not really accomplish anything. So that's out. The second way is to do melee up front. Normally, you would only be able to get 1 melee attack up front. But if you play Plausibilis, you then get an additional reach monster. So that's what I decided to go with here. I decided I'm going to put 7 damage to the front. That is going to be something my opponent definitely does not expect. And you can see how this plays out and how well this works. They're attacking exactly where I think they're going to attack. I also get the tramples, which is huge. So that's 2 tramples. And again, they're attacking exactly where I want them to attack. I'm attacking an area he was not expecting me to attack. Again, everything's going exactly how I want it. We do miss that, but it's too little, too late. I dictated this match, and that was key to me winning. So all about surprising your opponent. That was battle number 1. Battle number 2, we got another fun one. I shouldn't say fun one. We have another thinking one. So, I mean, look at this combination here. Melee only with thorns. So, you got to play melee monsters, and you know for every attack you put out there, you're going to take damage. So what are some options? 1, you don't attack. Right? You put some melee monsters out there, they're going to sit in the back line, and they're going to provide you some value that doesn't include attacking. That's kind of difficult, but we can see a little bit from what my opponent played, what that could look like. Archimist brings a Protect. We have a Demoralize here. You could have brought a ton of Demoralizes, stuff like that. That's one option. Another option is to find repair monsters. And that's what I went with. So Junker is in melee with repair. Armorsmith, melee with repair. So if we go to SplinterGuide here, which if you don't know at this point, this is a website that Brave Tofu and I created. We have a ranking system that is awesome. We are going to go to repair. We are going to go like this. So, what are some melee? I mean, we got a lot of melee with repair now. This is obviously a Gladius card, but Burrow Defender, Flame Monkey, Junker, Tortesian Fighter, Armorsmith, Bone Golem. These are really awesome cards to play in a situation like this. Now I was able to play 2 of them. And you see too, you look at the Armorsmith here. For 2 mana, it's pretty low ranked. We're talking about 3 attack. He's not going to be able to attack in this context. But I don't want him to attack, so that helps me here. Junker is a little higher ranked because it has, it has the reach, has the 4 attack, on top of the repair. So what did I do here? I brought out the Shield Bearer. Why? So I could dictate where my opponent was going to attack. I wanted them to attack somewhere that brought shield. So Shield Bearer has Taunt and the Shield ability. It's the perfect play. The Sandworm is going to attack here. The Mycelic Infantry is going to attack here. I have support cards that aren't going to attack. Again, that's important. I don't want to attack because I don't want to take Thorns damage. These guys bring something to the table, which is going to be keeping the Shield Bearer alive, which is going to allow the Shield Bearer to keep dishing out Thorns damage. So that's all good and dandy, but I also need to attack myself, right? I can't go this whole game and hoping that the Thorns damage is enough. Specifically when you're talking about in High Diamond, your opponent's generally going to bring some cards that can deal out some serious damage. Reflection Shield monsters don't take Thorns damage. They don't take Magic Reflect, they don't take Return Fire. So I did a quick search. We'll go back to SplinterGuides here. Reflection Shield. What are some melee? Venator's a melee one, but he can't attack from any position. Rooney's the big one, obviously, with the opportunity can attack from the back line. Tidebiter can attack from the reach position. That's great. Corsair from the reach position. Phyrexian Hero from the reach position. So you got some options here. That's where most of my damage is going to come from. Most of my damage is going to come from the 2 monsters that can't take thorns, as well as forcing my opponent to attack a shield monster. Now, they made a good play and they brought Shatter, right? So it's not going to take them that long to get through the armor, but these repairs are still pesky. And you'll see how big of a deal the repairs are, because it's going to take a while for us to get through the Mycelic Infantry in the front. That's a great play. Again, see, didn't take Thorns damage there. They get the Shatter, but we're tossing out Thorns damage as well, which is huge. It's moving a little too fast. I'm going to take a quick pause here, let it catch up to itself. And we're going to let it spin again. All right. So there's a repair. Doesn't take any Thorns damage. Sandworm takes Thorns damage. We're going to slowly make our way through. No Thorns damage. Through the big boy. Here's another repair. No Thorns damage. This battle went exactly how I was hoping it to. The Junker and the Armor Smith doing their jobs, and I'm limiting how much Thorns damage I'm taking. The only monster right now that's taking Thorn damage for me is the Shield Bearer. And because it has a shield ability, it's actually only going to take 1 Thorns damage. Everyone else is immune to the Thorns, and I am letting my opponent slowly whittle themselves away while I keep the Shield Bearer alive up front. The strategy worked extremely well. You know, this can be one of the most frustrating combinations. This could be something you could think about too in melee only, and you look to see your opponent plays Mylor, right? This would work really well against Mylor as well in melee only, which is a very, very common play. You see here now with the Retaliates, that's just extra Thorns damage. You know, they're not going to be able to retaliate enough to make a difference. Just got to hit them, I think, one more time here. Is the Shield Bearer going to finish it off? Yes. So there is battle number 2. So I think a really nice strategy. Another situation where you have to dissect the rule set and plan accordingly. All right, this last battle is really just fun. No other way to describe it. It's fun. So you've seen me do some stuff like this before. I made a video on Izzyar. If you come here to Martyr, Izzyar is an 8. The Martyr card's got a boost recently in one of the updates, and you'll see why. You'll see how sick Izzyar can be. The combination of Taunt and Martyr. Again, I have a whole separate video on this. You'll have to check it out. Look at how insane my Silver Shield Assassin and Sandworm get. They're going to have 2 resurrections, as well as the self-resurrection. So the Martyr's going to trigger 4 times. 4 times. And you'll see how ridiculous these cards get. It's so much fun using Izzyar. It's turned into one of my favorite plays. And look, my opponent and I did a lot of the same cards, right? Shield Bearer. How many? 4. Each of us did 4 apiece. He brought the Shield Bearer, and I wanted to bring extra armor in the back because I knew I was going to have a taunt. You know, I can't bring the Shield Bearer because I want them to attack the Izzyar. And if I brought another taunt, they'd attack the Shield Bearer up front first. That's not what I want. So we get through the Shield Bearer once. We're going to get the second Martyr here. We'll get the third Martyr. We have 11 damage to Sandworm. There's one of their Resurrects. You know, and think about how many times we have to get through the Sandworm. I mean, get through the Shield Bearer. That's not easy. That's the 3rd time we've got through the Shield Bearer. Fourth time for good luck. There's the fourth martyr. 12 damage, 8 damage twice. So 16, 12. Jeez. That is insane. You're talking 28 damage. Look at that. Took out the shield bearer, took out the sandworm in 2 shots. And then we take the resurrected version out in 1. They are going to get our Angel of Light. Oh, it will come back for at least one more go around. But again, it doesn't really matter at this point. Look at how we were able to boost up our 2 main damage dealers. It's ridiculous. There we go. And the setup is perfect because the Silver Shield Assassins eliminating them once, and the Sandworm follows it up once they come back. And this was a fantastic play by my opponent, the Gelatinous Cube. You're going to see how much insane health the Gelatinous Cube gets. You know, when you're playing a everyone has self-resurrect rule set, anything with Scavenge is a good play. And you'll see why. But unfortunately, I triggered Martyr 4 times, so I'm giving out insane amounts of damage. So 30 health cube, and it's not done yet. It's going to get to 31. So you're talking a cube that's going to heal for 10. But I mean, you're talking 14, 25 damage per turn by my 2 sneak cards. You know, we could almost take them out in 1 turn just from them by themselves. And they get a heal off. Almost got it by 1 turn. But boom, 14 damage. Awesome card. You know, there's really, there's nothing you can do to get an Izzyar, except play and open up a ton of chests and hope it pops up. But once Izzyar, once we can sell these cards, people can buy these cards, I think Izzyar is going to be the best card in the whole set. That is right. Not in the whole game. In the whole Soulbound reward card set, I think Izzyar will be the best card. Opens up so many doors. It's an 8 in diamond. I still think that might even be a tad bit low for now. We'll have to wait to see for more people to level it up and get their opinions, but I'm loving Izzyar. That was such a fun battle. And thanks for joining me on the first rendition of this. I hope to do it more and more. Let me know what you guys think. What did you think of those strategies? Anything you would have done differently? Did I miss anything? Let me know. Appreciate you being here. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will talk to you guys soon and see you around the game.